This is Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 32, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. Hey guys, we really appreciate y'all for listening. Thanks for your feedback. Thanks for your letters, for your Dear Irby, all that. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, you talked about being blindsided, Kamal. And today's the day that we're going to teach our listeners how to avoid getting blindsided.
Get a pen and the pad. You don't want to take some notes.
And the question is, will Johnny Depp change the game for the fellas?
I hope so, man. It's about time.
Yeah, and we got a Dear Irby reader or writer who wants to have her cake and eat it too. We'll explain all of that and more right now. This is AMRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
And we are saving relationships one listener at a time. Kamal Abdul-Jabbar, I am on a boat, homie.
Oh, yeah? How's that going?
It's going good, man. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came, man. I felt like it was the right decision, man. You know, you helped me through this whole decision process, man.
Oh, yeah?
We have not shared this with the audience, how I almost ended up not on this boat because I was double booked.
That's like that's some good people. You know,
that's rich people's problem.
Yeah, that's rich
it really
people's
is rich people, but it's it was a very stressful rich person's problem. Let me explain what happened. All right, so I was booked to do this cruise ship. But first of all, man, you remember back in Who Shot Daquan came back, and I had to miss one of the episodes. I had to miss one of the live performances because remember that because I had a comedy gig.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Man, well, that comedy gig was at the Ventura Comedy Club. And Randy Lubis owns the club, and it was my first one. And I remember I had made a conscious effort to try to get my stand-up career going.
Yeah. And
so, you know, I worked hard. You know, the lady helped me out, and we came up with like a list of comedy clubs. And and by the way, she doesn't get half of that. I just help me with the list of comedy clubs. If I make $1 billion, she, I helped you find the list. Yeah, you did, but I wrote the jokes and did them anyway. So came up with a list of clubs that I wanted to get in, and it's been a slow go. But I got one of the first ones that respond was Ventura Comedy Club in Ventura. That's why I didn't want to speaking of canceling, that's why I didn't want to cancel the date because it worked so hard to get in. I had finally got it, so I kept it, right?
Yeah.
So that day I met this guy named Randy Lubis who was like, after my show, he's like, hey, have you ever done cruise ships? And I was just like, no, what you talking about? Because I know cruise ships pay. And so we started going through the process. How many years ago was that? 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was 17.
Yeah, so it was 2 years ago. So I've been working on trying to get one of these cruise ship gigs for 2 years.
Damn.
Finally get one, right?
Finally get one.
Get booked.
Yeah.
And then I fuck around and try to give it up. And I'm going to explain how when we come back. Okay. Hey guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. So when I audition for things, whenever I book something, a stand-up gig, whatever, I always book out with my agency. That means I tell them I'm not available to do it because I have a stand-up gig or something, family, whatever. And so years ago, I started doing that, and one time my agent was like, hey, do you want to, he sent me an audition anyway. And so, of course, immediately I got nervous and I was just like, I don't know what to do. So then I said, you know what? Fine. I asked him, what should I do? I'm booked out. He was like, hey, just go see him. Get to know the agency. Go get to know the office. It's hard to get in the office. Go wow, we'll make him a fan for next time. And if you book it, we'll figure it out there. Yeah. So that became my my procedure. If I was booked out, I would I would go audition anyway. I've come close to booking stuff, but I've never booked the thing when I was booked out, so I've never had a problem. I never really had.
It's never actually become an issue.
No, it has. Like there's been times where, like when I booked Criminal Minds, my first sizable TV role. When I booked Criminal Minds, I was supposed to be at the Hoodies with Cheryl Underwood.
Okay.
So
or when you were supposed to do Who Shot Daquan.
Exactly. Exactly. My fault. I've been double booked a lot, but the point is, it was like the Hoodies. It wasn't. I ended up showing up late, but I was still able to make the trip.
Yeah.
I've never had to cancel a stand up gig until now. I go to audition for this show. It's going to remain nameless. The audition goes well enough. I'm not thinking nothing of it. A couple of days later, they say, "Hey, I'm on a veil for the thing," and I'm like, "Shit." But no big deal. I had to tell my agent, hey, I'm supposed to be out of town. He's like, so what do you want to do? And now I'm like, right then I should have said, I can't do it, man. I'm booked for this cruise ship, right? You can't cancel a cruise ship 2 weeks before. You know what I mean?
No.
So I call you. We talk about it, and we talked about the implications of it, because one of the things about it was a pilot. And when it's a pilot and you're supposed to be working in the office at a pilot, a lot of times you could be brought back.
Right, because they don't know what the show's going to do in the future. They don't know the response. So if you're a guest star in the pilot, that can lead to...
Especially if you work in the office.
Right.
Like from Blackish, your buddy Jeff, or Vertina's buddy Jeff, he auditioned. It was a co-star, meaning the lowest you can be without being an extra. It was a co-star role. His character didn't have a name. It was like blah, blah, blah. But... he auditioned for it. He got it. He didn't even know what it was. It was Untitled Anthony Anderson project. He does well. He's funny. He makes an impact. They bring him back. He's Jeff from Blackish now, or Josh from Blackish now. So it's a story, right? He's a Leslie Kahn guy. So I'm thinking that in the back of my mind that could be me.
Right. Now
here's the difference. The difference is I auditioned for coworker number 1 and coworker number 2. Right. Now, here's where I think I acted like a bitch. Sometimes when you know it's right, sometimes you do shit like you start getting delusional. And I always come down hard on women for being delusional. Khloe Kardashian, I talked about it last week. You were delusional to think Tristan's not cheating. Kylie Jenner, you're delusional if you really think that whatever his name is, Travis Scott, is not smashing something every now and then on the road.
Every now and again.
Yeah, never. I mean, come on, man. Like every now and again, it's probably
every blue moon,
and
every blue balls.
Yeah, exactly. But let it go. It's not. So anyway, I was being delusional because what I started doing is creating this circumstance in my mind where this could be my big break. And to me, that's when you start compromising. When you make something that, because there's rules and then there's the exception to the rule, right? And when you start basing your decisions based on the exception to the rule, I think you're in trouble.
Right.
It's like if you say, we're going to throw this ball 20 yards and the guy's going to scamper. We're going to score 100 yards on this one play. It's happened before.
Yeah, the Hail Mary is, we do the Hail Mary in first quarter on first and 10.
Yeah, first and 10 because it works. Like, no, it works sometimes. You shouldn't have a Hail Mary offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think I started running a Hail Mary offense. I was thinking, well, this could be my big break, which it could be.
Yeah.
But I started to sell out the cruise ship. So then you and I had to talk about it, and we talked about the possibilities of what it could be. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to sell out the cruise ship. I'm not doing it. I told him I ain't doing it. So then I emailed the dude, and it was, we had a conversation, and they were like, you sure you want to do that? It's the first one now. It's the first one.
That's the funniest thing when they kind of warn you, like, hey, man, buddy, hey, you should think about this.
Listen, if you want to cancel this, we can.
But
this is your first one, dog. You might want to think about this. So then, of course, I sober up and think about the implications, how long I've been working to get on this cruise ship, the money I can make to provide for my family from this cruise ship, and the fact that it's stand-up comedy. This is my self-proclaimed first love. That's what I'm trying to do. There's guys like Tone Bell who gets a lot of work as actor, and there's guys like Sebastian Maniscalco that gets more work as a stand-up. And if you ask me which one I'd rather be, it's Sebastian Maniscalco. Have you ever seen his stuff?
No.
Oh man, beast! Check it out, his Netflix special. It's good.
Okay.
And he's top 5, top 10, earning comedians in the world. He's the list.
Damn.
15 million a year.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's for me. If I could make 15 million in a sitcom, that'd be great. But if I could make 15 million as a stand-up comedian, shit, that's the life. So, and that's sometimes you got to ask yourself, well, who are you, man? What are you trying to be? Because if you know who you are,
right,
it makes it easier to make a decision.
And
I'm a stand-up.
Stand up.
So, I'm like, we'll think about it. I'm gonna see what happens. So, I'm stressing about it, hoping I don't book the role. That should have been the first implication. I'm hoping I don't get it, right?
Hope I don't get it.
I go to church. I'm praying that I don't get it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get it. So then days pass, and normally from my acting experience, the longer it takes to get the yes, the least likely you're getting the yes.
Yeah. as from a writing perspective too. Yeah. If you didn't hear back from a gig,
moving
a
on.
day or two.
Yeah. So it's day like 3 or 4, and I ain't heard nothing yet. So I'm starting to feel a lot more confident. Prayers answered. Then the end of business, Monday, they tell me I got the job, and I'm like, no.
Wow.
I booked it. So that's good news. But the bad news, and here's where I messed up. I was a bitch. I was afraid to say no. I was afraid to let down my agent. I was a bitch. And I had to own it. I was afraid. Like when you do stuff, like sometimes women have sex with a dude because they're afraid to say no. That's a bitch move. You got to be able to stand up for yourself. He's not holding you down. I wanted him to like me. That's a bitch move. You feel me? What I'm saying? And so I was a bitch in this moment.
Yeah. I
didn't want to disappoint my agent. I wanted to make them happy, and I'm owning it. I'm saying right now in front of the world, I was a bitch in that moment. So I had booked the role, and when we come back, I'm gonna tell you how that ended up.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? Because we got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com, and get you one. So I made a decision. I said, all right, I'm going to do the role, man. And my agent was like, do you want to read it first? And I'm thinking, no, we're good. All right. That's where I made a mistake. So we have the phone, and and I was like, maybe I should read it. So I go back, I read the shit. Mind you, in audition, I had 6 lines, 3 jokes, right? I read it, I got 2 lines now, no jokes. And I'm like, oh, hell no. They've diminished the shit.
They tried to put the banana in the tailpipe.
It's not even that, man. Like if I wasn't booked out, they
would take it. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. It's a pilot. It's a job. They still gonna pay me, right? I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't give a shit what happens after you pay me. I'll come up here. I say your 3 lines. I'm going home. You know what I mean? See my babies. So I was like, okay. I know I told him I would do it. I know I'm a man of my word. But I had to go back and say no. Because in that moment, I realized it's not worth blindsiding the cruise ship for this. First of all, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have accepted the audition. I should have had the guts to see the audition and say no. And since this has happened, I turned down like 5 auditions this week.
Because just in case.
Yeah, because I'm going to be on the cruise. And so I know this was a long story long, but I wanted to explain to the listeners a moment. Because, we talk a lot of shit. We big and bad, and I give a lot of examples, and I do a lot of preaching from this mic, and you help a lot of people from your mic. But listen, man. No, you do, man. You do.
I'm looking like,
But, hey, in other words, we try.
Yes.
We try. And I felt like it's important to be able to say, hey, man, I fell short. This is what I should have done. First of all, I probably shouldn't have told the cruise ship I was available during pilot season. I know better than that. I messed up there. Then when I got the audition, after I had the cruise ship, I shouldn't even audition. And then when I auditioned and became on the Veil, I should not have saw the Fool's Gold and said, "Oh, this will make me famous." So let me tell you the last part of it, man. So I'm feeling bad. The cast director is cool, but they're like the production is gonna be mad at you if you back out of this. And I was like, well, they're gonna have to be mad. I had to say no. And what I learned is sometimes, man, you pray for something. And I'm asking God to not let me book it. And the real lesson was, no, nigga, you going to book it and you going to man up and you going to face him and tell him you made a mistake. I'm not going to do the work for you. You already was being a bitch. I'm not going to let you be a bigger bitch. You're going to have to call these people and tell them you messed up. And that's what happened because you was about to blindside this cruise and do them dirty. And you came to your senses. I know you felt bad about doing the production dirty, but you would have done it had they not changed the script. So the crazy part about it was after I was feeling horrible, man, a couple of days passed. I'm at the Comedy Store hanging out. I see my boy, just a regular comic that I know. I pull him over. I'm like, what's up, dog? He's like, hey, man, you turned down the show. that I write for. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, man, you turned out a show I write for. And he said the name of the show. I'm like, yeah, man. He said, man, they told me that they mentioned that the name Kyle Irby. I said, that's my boy. So now tell him what happened. I said, man, I was already booked to do this cruise ship. I shouldn't have auditioned, man. I did it anyway. And once I got it, I was about to do the cruise ship dirty until they cut the lines, and then it was no longer worth doing them dirty for that.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, man. Oh, they'll understand that. It's cool. I'm going to let them know, man, because they wasn't really tripping in the first place. They'll bring you back. So I don't know if he had the clout to make that call.
Yeah.
But at least I feel good that my side of the story was told. Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You know, you got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing was funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about Chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there. Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out. And I was like, wow, that's dated. Okay. But the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still...
Yeah,
Caitlyn.
He's Bruce. In the album.
Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce, and this is when I recorded this. But no, it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." Kamal mentioned on a few shows ago that when we were talking about the lady who was picking a fight with her man, that we need to prep the fellas on how to not get blindsided.
Yeah, that's never good when you get caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. And so we promised the listeners that we would do an episode just solely helping people, men and women, when they get blindsided by some bullshit. We're going for the fellas, but ladies, you can learn from this too.
You can learn how not. Well, I hope they don't take it. So, okay, now this motherfucker gonna think. Yeah. Now I know because I listen to the MRA podcast. So I know what he's thinking and blindside his
even
prevention.
Better.
Yeah, basically his blindside prevention.
They're gonna make a halftime adjustment to our blindside. But I really do would think it's cool if ladies learned a lot from this, and I would hate if it fell in evil hands, but it would be nice if they learned something from this podcast by eavesdropping, because that's what they're here to do.
Yeah.
So we're talking about ways to not get blindsided. I want to talk about, we've talked about this early in your wedding vows, Kamal. You talked about kid parties.
Yeah.
And how, do you remember what you said?
Yeah. It was her vows. My wife.
I'm sorry. Her vows, your wife's wedding.
That I wrote to her. It was something to the fact that she would go to all the kid parties for me.
Yes.
Yeah, that didn't last too long. That didn't last too long. I just went to a party for her Saturday.
How'd you do?
Wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad,
but the week before last, I accompanied her to a party, and she was riding me pretty tough.
Not the way you want to be either.
No,
and of course not.
About the party, and when I decided to go, I kind of blew up like, fine, I'll go. And she was like, no, because you're going to be mad and all of that. But it was like, what did you expect?
Yes.
I've told you 18 times already I don't want to go to this party.
Yes. But you know what they expect. We said on this podcast, so, they want you to go with a smile.
Right.
Go with a smile.
And so, honestly, I ended up faking it. I had a decent time. I had a decent time. It wasn't as miserable as I thought it would be. But, I think that, yeah, man, if somebody doesn't want to do something, don't make them do it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Don't make them do it, because now you will, like the wife could be herself blindsided, because now she's smiling at this party. Oh, this is my husband. And you see this guy stone face.
Yep. That was me.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I failed, Kamal.
Stone face.
I embarrassed the family.
Right, man. And so, yeah. I think, honestly, that's something that ladies and fellas too, like you were talking about last week doing the Dear Irby, you want somebody, your woman, to do whatever she wants to do.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so I'm assuming that means if she doesn't want to do something,
exactly,
you're cool with that.
Be pushy to
right.
That.
And so, women, if your dude doesn't want to go, don't make him go, because you yourself run the risk of being blindsided.
Yes.
Because now he's in a pissy mood.
And you know if he wants
Right.
to go or not.
And if there's one of those places, like we went to, it was a kids party. They did serve alcohol, but I don't drink.
Yeah.
But if I'm salty, I get a couple cocktails in me,
You're saltier?
I might say the wrong shit and truly embarrass the family.
Well, this is proof you don't drink. Because
Yeah.
when there's alcohol at the kids' party, that helps you handle the kids' party.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
Like if you're sitting over there stewing like I
know,
normally
but if
would
you-
be.
But I know, but for a lot of people, that's why they sell alcohol at Chuck E. Cheese. It makes it bearable. The alcohol makes the kid party bearable. You just roll it. Like I mean, my uncle. I don't want to put him on blast, but we were at my auntie's party, whatever, and my uncle was sitting by himself off to the side with a bottle of tequila. And he just nursed, and he was just sitting there. He had his hand on his gut, two hands folded on his gut, just chilling. And he was having a sip, and his wife was dancing. She was in seventh heaven come out.
Yeah.
And my uncle was just sauced. There was no, it was just, hey, medicated, dog. Hey, come on, we got listeners all over the world now, man.
Yep.
And I was wondering, man, I wonder what the people do while they're listening to our show. I know we got a guy in the Navy who's in Spain. He listens. We got a lady that drives a Lyft. She listens while she's driving her Lyft and has her customers listen too, which is absolutely hilarious. Cat in Brooklyn listens while he delivers some fish. Okay. We want to know from other people, man, how do you listen to our show? What are you doing? Hit us up on the social media. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I am at Angry Kamal.
And let us know what you're doing when you listen to our show. Kamal, what are you doing when you listen to the show?
Man, I'm usually chilling, man. I take the train to get my son from school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. So I get the headphones on and I'll listen to it front and back. The problem is I'm coming back. He wants to talk. I'm trying to listen. So I have to, try to act like I'm paying attention to him. I'm really listening to my words of wisdom.
That's good, man.
Yeah. Pretend
like you're listening to your son while you're listening to the podcast. That's one way to do it. I usually listen to while I'm cleaning the house, man. I picked... Well, go ahead.
Domestic work?
Yeah, man. Oh, come on, dude. I wish I didn't have domestic work, but yeah, man. I usually listen to if I'm washing the dishes or folding laundry. I listen to any kind of thing that I don't have to think.
Yeah,
and I just get to listen. But I want to know what do the people listen? What are y'all doing? Let us know. I embarrassed the family a couple weeks ago, man. We were supposed to go to a book fair at my daughter's school. And I didn't want to go. But I didn't express that I didn't want to go because I was being a bitch. I was trying to avoid conflict like I tend to do. I don't want to argue, Kamal. I just want to be at peace. Yeah. I was looking for the path of least resistance. And I ended up blindsiding her with a bad attitude because I didn't tell her up front I didn't want to go because I was in my people pleasing mode.
Yeah.
The same people pleaser was trying to please my agent, came up and trying to please the lady. So we go to the thing, and first of all, she tells me there's supposed to be this writer from the Daily Show there. So now all of a sudden she's acting like Fertina.
Right. This is
an opportunity for you to network. That's what it's sold as. And it's also sold as there's going to be some tacos there, a taco truck.
Oh, yeah. She was hitting me with all that stuff, the food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not looking like an asshole with the kids. The other parents think I'm this big dick who's never.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
So
I don't care.
They don't like you. You make them uncomfortable. That's what I was told. So we get there, man. And the guy, I naively think he's going to be talking about the Daily Show. The guy, it's a book fair. He's talking. He's not talking about the Daily Show. He's talking about a children's book he wrote. So he's explaining how he wrote it, which is very interesting. And I got the asshole look on my face, man, because I'm just laboring through it because I'm hungry. I'm hungry, Cabal. You know me, man. My needs are very simple. I haven't been fed, man, and I'm hungry. And I'm watching this guy talk about his children's book, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So I got a look on my face, and it shows. So that ends, and now it's time to go outside and get the taco truck. We get to the taco truck. The taco truck is not there. Instead, there's some truck selling French pancakes. The crepes. Crepes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Healthy.
Come on, man.
Dude, I got my mindset.
You didn't leave your house,
dog,
in a huff,
dog,
to eat crepes.
No. I was like, what in the hell? First of all, French, I love y'all. Croissants off the chain. Fries, legendary.
The toast.
I don't eat it.
You don't eat the French toast?
I've heard good things.
Oh, it's immaculate.
But them damn French pancake things, no sir, bro.
Okay.
Americans corner the market on pancakes, dog. Do not ever. So I had a bad attitude, man, but I didn't realize it. So then my daughter gets her food and I'm sitting there. And so this is where I really, really, really violated. We're sitting at a kid's picnic table, right? And what I didn't realize is my back was turned to everybody and I was just facing the wall. All right. So the lady, the kid are talking. There's two other people at the place. I didn't even notice them. I didn't give a shit. I'm just trying to get through I'm just trying to get through the kid event come out.
Yeah.
And the lady felt blindsided. And so I ended up getting blindsided because as we end up having a bitter argument about this, I find out that I have never had a good performance at a kid event at the school. So now I'm like, okay, so now you're keeping records, whatever. And I'm realizing, okay, that's what this is about. I've embarrassed you a lot of times at these kid events with my antisocial behavior. So, fellas, what can you learn?
Well, I'm going to tell you how not to get blindsided, Kyle.
Help me out. All right, guys, now it's time for the lesson of the day.
And fellas, okay, and I need to practice what I preach, and I'm about to give up games, so I'm about to ruin it for myself because my wife is listening. I'm about to ruin it for myself.
This feels like the lesson of the day.
To save everybody else.
Come on, give it to us.
All right?
Yeah.
So, what you guys want to do is you need to know what's going on. Almost put the stuff on the calendar.
Okay.
Birthday parties, book fairs, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So once you know about them,
yes,
you need to book something immediately that conflicts with those dates. So you need to already have, remember I told you I got the blankety blank. See, the problem is we get asked to go to something and we say no, but we've got no alternative.
Yeah.
So it's like, you want to go to this party? No. You say that while you're sitting on the couch watching TV. Right? So you need to have something.
Boom.
Already planned. You need to let them know before you get asked. Hey, on the 3rd.
So should you have like a bag? You know how you have like an emergency bag? If there's an earthquake, you have an earthquake survival kit?
Yes.
Are you saying that we should have a fake event survival kit?
Yes. Yes.
Have that in your bag?
Yes. Have an event survival kit just in case you don't want to go to little Tiana's birthday party.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't call it little Timmy.
And the thing about it is, like, these parents are good, man. They'll give you 4 or 5 weeks notice advance.
Yeah.
Well, I've got something 4 or 5 weeks. I'm going to whatever.
Yeah, I'm booked at the
I've
store.
got something already. So before you even ask, I've already let you know. Here's my schedule. Don't let them know about your survival kit.
Okay.
Don't let them know that you're, you know what I'm saying? Just now, occasionally you might have to take one for the team. So figure out which ones because you can't miss every single last one of them.
True.
But you don't have to go to every single last one of them.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
And when you go, this is what I have to tell myself next time. Put on a happy face, man, because this is about the lady's appearance. I think we talked about this last week on the show about how women want to always give the appearance of a happy marriage. Mm-hmm. That is their thing. That is very important to them.
Yeah.
So you got to remember, dude, you should see the look on my face, man. It's just like, this man should drag me to this shit. That's the look on my face. You can't do that, dog.
No.
You got to walk in.
You can't keep it real.
No, because, they don't need to know my relationship sucks.
Yeah.
They don't need to know how long it's been since I, got one off. They don't need to know that.
And here's the thing about it. A lot of times, like you said, you don't know how you look to other people.
Yeah.
a couple of times I'm thinking I'm chilling. And she's like, dude, you look like you were miserable. Like, for real? I thought I had a smile on my motherfucker. That was a smirk. Like, oh, is that what it was? I felt my face doing something. I thought it was a smile. It was a smirk, huh?
Oh my God. Kamal, you have a very angry face. You take Ice Cube eyebrows to the next level. Dude, you answer the phone with a growl. You answer the phone, hello. Like, nigga, you saw a caller ID, dog. Nigga, smile, dog. Like, why are you so intimidated?
It's an ally calling. I'm still on guard.
It's your boy calling. It's your agent calling. He said he'd call you back with the contract. Like, what are you mad about? You got the job. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's a majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. Kamal, you mentioned having a fake event ready.
Yeah.
Right. Now that is very dangerous because that gets you in the realm of lying.
Well, if you have nothing to do, like if you're going to say I'm going somewhere and you're still on the couch.
Yeah.
I would say have something to do.
And I'm going to say, if you say you're going to go to, let's say, the Comedy Store, go to the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Wherever you say you have to be,
yes,
go there.
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because our next way to not get blindsided is, fellas, if you are cheating, you're going to have to cover your tracks. Now, we don't condone, we don't advise cheating on this show unless you have an agreement, and I hope you do.
But then it's not cheating if you have an agreement.
They still see it as cheating, trust me. Trust me. Because some women just don't want to know.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So it's
that's not an agreement. That's basically just I agree that I'm not going to be snooping.
Yeah, but it's kind of like an agreement. It's like the dude saying, listen, every once in a while I'm going to need to do my thing. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to know.
Oh, okay. Well, if he says something, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, look, I got to do my thing when I do my thing. And she was like, yeah, so I don't want to know.
I got you.
Yeah, keep your game tight. So I've heard that before with my own ears. So it happens. So if she says keep your game tight, I hope that's your agreement. But most guys don't have that agreement because most guys don't have the guts and the nuts to ask for it, even though you could. You're going to have to cover your tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is dangerous because I'm giving up game.
Right.
You know, and so, but I'm just going to give it up because this is why we're here. We're here to help. I was talking to my cousin and she asked me if one of my other cousins was going on the road with me to do comedy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no. She was like, well, that's what I heard. And I was just like, nigga, check with me. If that's your lie.
You spoke about this.
This is not that.
Oh.
This has happened again. This literally just happened.
What?
Yeah. This is the second time. That last time that wasn't family, that was a friend.
Oh.
This time, this is actually family. And this person, literally, different person, not even, last time wasn't family. This person said that they were doing comedy with me on the road.
Why are you the alibi?
I don't know. And why are you not telling me? Call me.
Yeah, involve me in
your lie.
In the plan, yeah.
Yes. Involve me in your life. What?
Right.
And so I say all that to say, if you tell somebody, if you have an alibi, if I say I'm going to Kamal's and then I go get some ass instead, I'm going to Kamal's.
Or you let me know.
Yes.
I was with you.
Yes.
From blankety blank to blankety blank.
Let me tell you something. If I'm dumb enough to say I went to Magic Mountain with Kamal, but I really was in Riverside banging some chick, here's what Kyle will do. I'm going to Magic Mountain first. I'm not joking. That way I can be able to say I went to Magic Mountain. Plus, I need to make sure it's open. Because if you say you went to Magic Mountain and the shit burned down that day, you know what I mean? So I'm
That's
going to
hilarious.
Magic Mountain,
I'm going
dog.
to Magic
I'm
Mountain.
literally doing that kind of work.
Buy a picture of you on the Colossus.
I'm going inside. I'm buying a ticket and I'm getting on a ride. I'm taking a picture there. You might say this sounds crazy, but this is the work it takes. This is how I lost my wife, man. I got lazy.
Yeah, you gotta. Here's the thing about it. I said this in the past, man. You have to treat it like you're like almost like selling dope.
Yeah.
You have to assume the feds are on you, watching you.
Yes.
And so-
Especially if you know you have a snooper.
Right. Even if you don't, you have to assume.
True.
You have to assume you're caught. They just basically need the smoking gun.
Yes.
And so your job is to make sure the smoking gun is never revealed.
There's no smoking gun.
Yeah.
You
know,
can make sure there is no smoking gun.
They can have as much circumstantial evidence as
But you're not getting caught slipping.
you cannot get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? Assume if you're traveling to the piece's house, assume you're being tailed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make a couple of laps around.
Nobody's going to do that forever. You know what?
You have to assume you're being tailed, assume your text message, all of that stuff. You have to assume she is onto you.
Let me tell you how I messed up when my wife left.
What's up?
I didn't clean out my scent file, my trash file, in the email, because that's what she did. She went on my email and she was devastated because she was just like, what? She found everything. So she went into, I didn't even know she knew how to use all this stuff. I had stuff in the outbox, I had stuff in the scent, and I had stuff in the trash that I hadn't cleaned. I was just keeping my inbox clear. I had my inbox game was tight. I didn't realize that I had to empty the trash.
Yeah, I got called out for something like that, man. I did some mindless flirting in the email and realized that had probably gone too far.
Yeah.
So I deleted it.
So you did a Jordan Woods in the email?
I deleted it.
Yeah, and left in the deleted files.
Yeah, so it went through the trash. I got the phone call at work. I'm in the middle of teaching. Like, hey, what's going on? And she's read me the riot. I'm like, what now?
Yeah.
Like, what now?
What have I done now?
Right. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, it was that, which wasn't nothing, but it was the...
You said wasn't nothing, so that's a double negative. Was it something or was it nothing?
It was minor.
Okay, it was something, but it was minor.
The cover-up.
The cover-up made you look bad.
The cover-up made me look bad.
Yeah, buddy. So you can't get caught.
Can't get caught.
If you get caught, trying to cover it up, that's why it looks dumb when you do the laps before you go to the girls' house. The one is not sustainable. You need to do something that's sustainable. And I was joking about the Magic Mountain going in and buying a ticket, by the way.
Oh, I'm saying like the laps before you even leave your spot. You got to see if someone's following you.
Man, sometimes you got to hide in plain sight, though. Sometimes you got to be like, look, man, this is what it is. What I highly recommend, though, is avoid the lies. Keep your lies for emergencies only. Try not to lie, man. Because the women hate to be lied to. I mean, even though they want to be lied to, as they set up a situation where, what they're asking for isn't realistic, which leads to lying. They don't want to be lied to. So you really got to be careful with that. The other thing I noticed, man, that where I messed up with my wife and we were teaching people how to avoid being blindsided, because I was blindsided with my wife sent an email to 3 different women. And that's how I knew that there had been a security breach, because one of them hit me up. One of them didn't hit me up. One of them hit me up, and one of them, turned on me. Yeah. So, but what I realized is the reason why I was susceptible to get hit on my blind side is because I stopped caring enough. I was so tired. And some people say you get caught on purpose. I don't know if I got caught on purpose, but I know I was so burnt out of the relationship, so tired, so tired of that unhappiness. Not that I wanted to break up unhappiness, but you know how when you get to the mundane blah, you're arguing, when you just, you kind of get used to beefing every day.
Yeah, and even though you're not beefing, it's not a fun day.
It's not fun.
It's just normal.
I remember literally saying the phrase, I just want to have sex with somebody I like. That's what all I wanted. Can I just smash somebody I like? Because I love my lady, but I don't like her.
Yeah.
Can I just be around somebody I like for a little bit, or that likes me?
Right.
You know what I mean? That was the thought. And that thought is the real reason why I got busted, because I would have, if I would have been more careful, took more care, it wouldn't have gotten out like that. And even when I got busted, I could have fixed it if I took more care, but I was burnt out. So if you're burnt out, that you're going to get blindsided because you're going to get lazy. Are you yelling at your radio right now? What the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. Just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at The MRA Podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
So we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about being blindsided. A lot of times, and this is the main subject that actually made us want to talk about this, is when somebody's picking a fight with you. A couple weeks ago, in the Dear Irby letter, one of the women said that she picks a fight with her man before she goes out and creeps.
Or when she comes back, just to justify the cheating, so she'll pick a fight with this guy.
Yeah, or before she leaves, she knows she's about to, so she'll pick a fight. And then when she comes back, she feels guilty, so she'll pick a fight. But she's basically fight picking. And so Kamal came up with the idea that, we need to help guys not to get blindsided. So Kamal, when you're about to get blindsided by somebody picking a fight, what do they do?
This is, again, you have to do like the pre-work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the calendar.
Right. Like the calendar, man. You have to sit there, maybe take, a couple of hours. No, first of all, no person, no human being is perfect by our nature, right?
True.
Nobody's perfect.
True.
And so you come up, if she's going to pick a fight with you, and she's done this in the past, well, what you need to do is you need to come up with a list of flaws or things that pet peeves that she does that get under your skin that you just let slide, right? Because honestly, if she's picking the fight with you, she's usually probably doing some petty stuff that doesn't really matter, right? That's why you're so blindsided. You're like, what the hell did I do? It's something small. Well, you combat that pettiness with some of your own pettiness. Push her back, brush her back off the plate a little bit. Put her back on defense. See how she likes it. She probably won't.
She won't.
No, of course not. And so now the next time she thinks about picking a fight, she knows that A, you probably want to address her beef, and C, did I say A or B? I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
And number two, she's going to have to defend some of her BS.
Here's the problem with what you're doing, though, Kamal.
What's the issue?
This person is looking for a fight, and when you give them a fight, you're going to get a big fight.
Yeah, I get that. But here's the thing about it. Somebody looking for a fight,
Yes.
9 times out of 10 is going to get a fight.
True.
And so you can play a little prevent, See, me personally, I used to just leave. You know what I'm saying? But as I gotten older, I don't really have any places to go anymore. I don't have I got my boys' house because my boys all married and stuff like that. So I can't just go camp out at my boy's house for a couple of hours.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
The ability to leave is the best.
Yeah.
Don't give it up, fellas. I swear to God. It's the best because once they know you can't leave, the asshole is turned up a notch.
Or two.
The spoiled brat.
Yeah.
They wait until they can and then they do.
Yeah.
I was talking to my cousin Kyla about this, man, about how she acted like a spoiled brat. She was just like, oh, yeah, I've been spoiled brat for whatever year. She named the year she's been alive. I'm like, yeah, you know this.
Yeah.
You're spoiled brat. I know because I can. And I thought about the spoiled brats in my life. And I thought, boy, once they know they got you, the spoiled brat goes up a notch, dog.
Yeah. Think about the spoiled brat. I think most women are spoiled. They're used to getting their way, and they're going to get their way regardless.
Absolutely.
And when they don't get their way, they don't even know how to take it.
They don't know. Dude,
Yeah.
I was watching the New Adventures of Old Christine. Never saw that show before. Very funny show.
Yeah.
Funny show, man. Julie Louis-Dreyfus, one of my boos. And, dude, the spoiled brat thing that she was pulling on her ex-husband, I was just like, oh, my God. I would love that they were. That's the beauty of seeing a show with a strong female comedic lead. They're talking about her flaws. So one of the flaws is her being a spoiled brat, trying to get money out of her husband without giving him ass. Her ex-husband. And I was just like, wow, a woman would do that? Like, I'm blown away because they don't, How would I know? Because women always deny it when they're acting like a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of shows with a strong female lead in the lead. And if it was, I'm probably not watching it.
Yeah.
But because of Seinfeld, I'm watching her because I like her and I trust her abilities, Larry David. So I'm watching and I'm thinking, oh, well, I didn't know that was a thing that women do. I didn't know that they took advantage and that they pulled the spoiled brat card and do it on purpose. And was like, yeah, trying to get you. If I can. Yeah, so, ladies, spoiled brat thing on deck. Because women like to be babied and treated like they want to be taken care of. And so, the spoiled brat thing comes up. There's two ways to come at this. I think you should use a two-pronged approach. I think you should hit them with love sometimes because that'll throw them off. I remember my mom used to do this all the time. Me and my sister would be beefing. And my mom would be like, I love you guys. And I hated it so much when she did that because I knew she was working us. But it does throw you off when somebody, I remember, it's family day on the MRA podcast. My cousin Kevin told me the trick. He said, man, you're at the gas station and you see some dudes that look like they might be trouble. He said, what I do is I walk up to him and be like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? And it throws them off.
Yeah.
Just say what's up to him. Because normally people are scared and it kind of fuels them. Your fear fuels them. He said, so I walk up to him and flash a smile, be like, hey, what's up, brother? You
disarming them a little bit.
Disarms them all the way. And I've been using it and I see them, they snap back when you do it. It fucks their mind up. They're like, what? Huh? Oh, hey, brother.
That doesn't work every location.
No.
I remember I was in DC. I was walking past some dudes that looked like they
some dudes.
Yeah.
Them dudes.
Up to no good. I was like, hey, what's up, man? And he was like, what's up? What's up? It's like, okay, I'm sorry. I will continue on my quest.
You asking me what's up? I'm asking you what's up. I want to know what's up.
And I was walking with a chick, man. And one thing I love when they like grab your arm, like just keep walking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because I was really going to do something, but not really.
Yeah. We turn around. You ever see a class act?
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious.
My man, this is Blade.
Talking shit.
Yeah, she jumped up there. You messing with the wrong bitch.
Blade Brown.
Hey, Blade Brown, your ass
is mine. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier or gives them some company on a workout or while they're cleaning the house so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Kamel, Johnny Depp might be changing the game, dog.
Johnny Depp's my man.
You like him?
As an actor, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I didn't mean, off the field. I mean on the field. Like I know you like Leonardo.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
These are the guys in your fictitious crew.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is suing his ex for labeling him as a woman beater. He got blindsided when he got blindsided basically when he was labeled something that he claims is not true. And if it's not true, that definitely hit him with a blindside. And that could affect the bag.
It did. It did. They took him out of the new Pirates movie.
He's not in it?
No.
Johnny Depp is not in the Pirates movie?
They have removed Captain Jack Sparrow. He is no longer going to be in the Pirates, or the new one. I don't know how, receipts, might say, hey, bring back Johnny Depp. Time heals all wounds.
Of course.
But as of now, no, he is not a part of the new Pirates movie that's coming out.
Wow.
Right. The man that pretty much is the face of the franchise.
Yeah. Whoa.
Right. So, yeah, it has affected his bag.
Wow. And was she able to prove that he did it?
I think she had some pictures. But I mean, he's denying that he did all. I mean, he did that. Obviously, he just says that it ruined his career.
Yeah,
and so now he's suing her for $50 million because here's the thing about it, man. Like, I don't know if this helped, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to sound insensitive, but You know what I'm saying? She is Aquaman's girl. So her bag
It's going up.
is going up since her split from Johnny Depp.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, hey, if you're going to you're going to mess with my money with some BS, according to Johnny Depp, I'm going to mess with your money. Does Johnny Depp need $50 million? Absolutely not.
No. But it's huge because let me say something. I think of Johnny Depp as a bad guy and a woman beater.
Okay.
I don't know if he's done it or not.
Yeah, but that's
the word.
Yeah.
And so if he really hasn't done it, I'm sorry, Mr. Depp. I think he has because I heard he has, but I
Right.
don't know.
right.
I don't know all the details.
That's crazy. Like, he hit me. No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did.
We kind of believe that
Of
he
course.
hit me.
Of course. Why would she say that?
Right.
But there's a lot of motives for her to ruin his life.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
Yeah. There's a lot of motives. And also, man, just like the black man in me. I hate to go there.
Oh yeah. How could you not?
Just the
That
history.
scary black man.
Just the history of, rape and all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's happened a lot to us.
It's happened a lot to us. Now, Johnny Depp is not one of us.
No, but you can. Whenever you see some potential fuckery, it makes us think of how many times we've been hit with the same potential fuckery.
Right. Especially when the man has no history of it. Like, nobody else is coming up. Like, obviously, I defended Bill Cosby. I still defend Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
But whoever accused him of like rape, she started having a lot of co-signers.
Yeah, and it helps the case,
Right.
But so what I'm hearing you say is this hasn't. Been
Nobody
the case.
else is stepping up.
Let me say this before we move on to this, Dear Irby, man. If it turns out that he's wrong, I hope he wins this case, and I hope it turns into a thing because women are able to ruin men's career and nothing happens to them.
Right.
They can just say it, like the lady at Florida State said that he did something, then went back and said she lied. He's still not at Florida State. The quarterback is still not playing at Florida State.
Remember the young kid from USC?
Oh yeah,
He did some time for like rape.
yeah.
And got out, and she admitted like she don't know, that she made up the whole thing. Affected this man's football career.
Never could play again. They let him try out. He didn't make it
because he just wasn't in football shape, and like
he was in prison.
He was in prison for like 10.
And what happened to her?
Nothing.
Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal. You can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. Let's get into this, Dear Irby. I am a divorced mother of 4. My ex-husband moved on. He's married with a new daughter. He's a great father. He coaches them. He homeschools them. Golly. And he still manages to bring in a nice income from his work-from-home business. Now that we have split, we still do things together as a family, and he never includes his new wife, which I strangely appreciate. But I've got a new guy. He does not have kids. He never had time, but he has always wanted to be a father, so much so that he coaches youth sports without having a kid on the team. So here's my dilemma. I know. Here's my dilemma. I have to admit, I still like spending time with my ex, even though he has moved on, and so have I. He's managed to get his new wife to fall back, but my new man is not the fall back type. He's a little more rough around the edges. Okay, a lot more. But I love him. He's a great guy. He already wants to come to family events where my ex will be. What should I do? Do you think I could somehow get my ex and my new man to coexist? Kim from Riverside, California.
Kim, new man can't come. He can't come. He can't come. I mean, because here's the thing about it, man. Like, you're about to be like on some hypocritical stuff. You appreciate X doesn't bring his wife around. You say that he convinced her to fall back. He got her to fall back. Managed. That means he had to do some finagling and some talking and probably some beefing behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot of nights him going to bed with lying next to somebody who was very, very salty. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he took one for the OG family team. Mm-hmm. He took one.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do that, right? Because your guy wants to get in there. So you don't have to take one for the team. As a matter of fact, the way you take yours for the team is you're going to beef with this guy in private. You got to take one for the team as well. It's just that now, your fight is different.
Now, what if the other girl just fell back? Like I've heard of women, I know a family.
I'm just saying because she said manage.
Yeah, but what if the other girl fell back on her own? Like she's more of a background type of person. And the new guy is like, I ain't background, I'm front ground. What does she do then?
Still, because here's
loyalty
the thing.
Should be to the ex than the new?
Loyalty should be to the family, the OG family. That's where the loyalty lies. Because the thing about it is, that unit right there, the ex and the kids, that's its own separate entity.
Yes,
right. And you start trying to bring shit, different dynamics and
it's a whole.
But sometimes it works.
It doesn't work for me.
But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But that should be its own separate thing. That should be you should try to maintain that peace.
Well, let me hop in this right quick. If the first dude, I don't know if the dude is alpha or beta, right? The second dude seems like he's alpha beta.
Yeah.
First dude might be on some beta shit. I'm not trying to judge a stay-at-home dad, but a stay-at-home dad, I know he has a business, but a stay-at-home dad might be a little more beta than alpha. You know what I mean? Like a guy who is a kindergarten teacher is not the same as a guy who's a college professor. Different type of makeup.
Okay.
So to be willing to be a kindergarten teacher, to have the energy to do that, is a different energy it takes to be a college professor or a head basketball coach, right? Head football coach, whatever. It's a different energy. So the point is, he might be down. Ex-husband might be down with playing the side piece role. He might be down to take the back seat to the new man. Your face is like, no.
Yeah, I mean, that's we supposing a lot.
There's a whole lot of supposing.
Yeah, we supposing a lot. I would say if that's the case.
Yeah, because we're out of time. So what he says, what should I do? Do you think I can get my ex and new man to coexist? What do you think?
I'd say in the perfect world, yes. But because ex got his chick to fall back, to be a stand-up woman, she's got to do the same with her guy. Well,
quickly for Kim, what do I think you should do? I think you should try to see if you can float the idea of old man being cool with new man. And do I think you can somehow get him to coexist? If the old dude is cool, yes. But if he's not cool, I think you hold new man away. If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
Man, Angry Kamal at Angry Kamal on Twitter.
That's right. I'm at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY. You can find us both at the MRA Podcast. That's our Twitter. That is our Instagram. My website is kyleirby.com. You can see some of my commercials I've done. You can see some of the videos I've done. Stand-up comedy videos are there. All kinds of things. All things Kyle Irby at kyleirby.com. And please don't forget to go to themrapodcast.com. That is where you can find the hats. So you can see all the episodes. You can catch up and binge and all that good stuff. You can subscribe there. Yeah, man. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.